shut it down or I take it down.
Make us.
You have no idea how much I wanted you to say that.
It's bottled in, I'ma let it out.
I think that we just really wanted to start the season off with a bang. We wanted to get people like into the season, kind of hit the ground running, and I'm really proud of that opening sequence because it has like a layering effect. It's oh my gosh, Mark and Immortal are fighting, and oh my gosh, is that Omni-Man? Why is he here? And oh my gosh, what are they doing? And why is Invincible on screen? And oh my gosh, did they take over the planet? And then it slowly, eventually, I like the fact that like some people will get that you're in another dimension. Some people will find out much later in the episode that was in another dimension. I like the mystery of that, and I think that really kind of makes you lean in a little bit, and we were really hoping to just get people as invested in the season as early as possible, as quickly as possible, and so that's why we wanted to do that like extremely detailed, like layered opening sequence for the season. Yeah, not in a good place. We start the season in a real bad place for most people. Debbie, Mark, Donald, Cecil, most of the Guardians of the Globe, Rexplode, Adam Eve also in a weird limbo place where she's not wanting to be a superhero anymore and dealing with the best way that she could use her powers to help people, and finding that to be very difficult. We think that these are like really interesting, well-rounded characters, and at its core, this is an animated superhero show, but it's an hour-long cable drama to us, and so we're really kind of turning the screws and amping the drama up as much as possible in this season, just to kind of get a real cool starting point going, because we're going to be taking these characters in some really interesting places that you're definitely not going to expect. And by starting at this low point for so many of them, some characters are going to go to lower points and some characters are going to go to higher points, and it's really going to be a fun journey for everyone as you see how the season unfolds. I mean, one of the things that excites me the most about Invincible as a show is the wide range of scope and scale, but also tone. And I think that by moving from very sad scenes to very kinetic scenes, moving from very mundane scenes to high action scenes, going from like a comedy scene to a violent scene, it gives you this overall sense that you're really experiencing a life in a way that you don't really get in a lot of superhero things. Like, we think that, like Mark Grayson is living a life, and we all live our lives every day, and we go from comedy to drama to horror to action seamlessly without even really paying attention to it. And I think that by maintaining that it gives you a level of realism that I think is kind of interesting. And so I love that Prime has been able to give us the latitude of doing these weird tonal shifts throughout the show, because I think it just adds a real depth to the show in a really cool way. Peter Cullen got involved from a lot of begging. He was, I think he was semi-retired. He had decided that he was only going to do some Optimus Prime just because he loved that character. But for the most part, he's had an amazing career, and was just enjoying a quiet life, having accomplished amazing goals in his life. And then this idiot came along and was like, hey, you want to do a voice for Invincible? And he was like, no, I do not. And after some convincing, he came in and became our Thetis. And this is a guy that's been a part of my life since I was a very young child, and there's been really like big emotional moments in my life that I've experienced through his work. The death of Optimus Prime is a pivotal moment in my childhood that I kind of feel like led to my entire career. The sense of loss that I felt as a fan watching that character die in Transformers the movie gave me a feeling that I've been trying to replicate for fans in almost everything that I've ever done. And so to be able to work with him has been a tremendous honor. That guy's saying hello on these Zoom recordings, and I've got tears forming in my eyes, just like saying, I can't believe I'm working with this guy. Oh my gosh, what is my life? This is insane. And it's just been a wild ride, but it's been great. And came into the recording booth and, got famous immediately, and just as soon as he started speaking, it was like, this is everything I've ever wanted out of this character. I can't believe this is all happening, and it's been amazing working with him. So it's been a real like dream come true moment for me. I think that the reaction to Amber was very unfortunate, and I think that most of it comes from a segment of the online population that is best ignored. So I don't even really like commenting on it, to be completely honest, but I don't want to seem evasive in an interview, so I'll talk about it. But no, I mean, I think that it was kind of full steam ahead. I think that Zazie Beetz, her portrayal of Amber is excellent, and, I think that, there's a portion of the audience that doesn't deal with nuance well when it comes to female characters. I think that there might be, dare I say, misogyny component to that. Which is very unfortunate, but I think that if you're reacting differently to a female character behaving a certain way, maybe try to consider if it was a male character, would you react a different way? And if you're thinking that that might be yes, maybe look inside a little bit. There wasn't any kind of real consideration into trying to appease that audience or anything. That's not something that we would ever do. We're welcoming of anyone who wants to watch Invincible, but when it comes to attacking characters, and I guess by extension, to a certain extent, in some cases attacking an actor, that's something that we just can't really abide.